We won, we beat teams like Notre Dame and finally beat Virginia Tech and some of the teams that we hadn't been able to beat, and then made it to the NCAA tournament. And for our first time in, we did quite well. We ended up beating Buffalo the first round and Georgetown in the second, and then lost to Florida State in the Sweet 16. So really, really a good turnaround. So we kind of really, even though we've been here 5 years, it's really been a 4-year turnaround for us once we got our players in here in 2019.
How important was it to have patience those first couple of years, like especially the first year where like, hey, I know what I need to do, but I can't do it right now. And then even that first year where you had all the new freshmen,
Yeah.
knowing how can you sell that to them? Like, even how did you sell it to those freshmen? Like, hey, you're coming to a program that in 2-3 years you're going to see
Yeah.
success.
Well, I think two things happen, and that's great questions, by the way. I think two things probably happened for us. We found some players here in the U.S. that through connections and contacts that obviously I've made over the years with club coaches and things around the country. So I think the selling point really wasn't the program or anything for the history. The selling point was the academics of our university, and then trying to sell the kids on the belief that I could get this done. That my staff and I, that we had a good staff, and believe in us. We know how to win, and we're going to get this turned around. So I think there were a lot of players we didn't get that we wanted that probably couldn't see that happening. And then I think a lot of the players that we got here in the U.S. just believed in us, and they kind of looked at my background and where I've been, and believed that we were going to turn the corner. And then obviously the attraction of the ACC. A lot of players just want to go, and a lot of players could look at us at Pitt and say, "I want to play in the ACC. I'm not good enough to play at Carolina or Florida State, but I could play at Pitt," right? So that got us some players. And then the last way we really made it happen was through the international market. We went to Canada and really rated Canada. Got some top kids like Amanda West. It's our all-time leading goal scorer, and Anna Bout. That's a fantastic midfield player. And we got some Canadians and some internationals to help us, because recruiting in the college game is 2 years out in advance, and we really couldn't wait 2 years, and we had no history to get those players in 2 years that we really wanted anyway. So we knew we had to start winning as quickly as we could. So that's the path we took.